what happens when you combine music, state shifting, and then badass fun body work. Swiss balls and trampolines and slack lines and acro yoga and aikido and mats and pads. And we're actually dropping into that space in a highly, highly embodied way. Because if you look at the psychedelic space and the personal growth workshops, I mean, what are most people doing? They're having some, artificially assisted catharsis or breakthrough. And they sit around in fucking circles talking about it. You're like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you should be on a foam roller. You should be like getting the kinks out. You should be like stretching. You should be integrating. You should be actually bringing this information into your cellular system, into your nervous system. Like, work it out. Work it all out. Work out your problems. Work out your answers. Work out your hopes. Work out your fears. Like, work it out. And the more we work it out, and actually, I think John Lilly way back in the day wrote very intelligently about the increased kinesthetic intelligence that comes under psychedelic states. He was specifically talking about LSD at the time, but I mean, like, what's special K calisthenics? What's fucking like low to moderate dose ketamine and radical fucking body movement? Like, that's going to do more for you than a year of fucking talk therapy. And it's probably going to do more, and it's definitely going to do more for you than just like sloppily slipping down the K-hole at a club. Like, do something that heightens your sensitivity and awareness, and then use music, movement, sound, breath, sexuality. I mean, for what it's worth, our entire ecstatic circuitry, and then again, Lilly, this was 53, maps one-to-one. Our ecstatic nervous system circuitry maps one-to-one with the sexual arousal network. So you're like, oh, that's interesting. So can you use erotic energy cultivated and discharged as pulses through your nervous system, right, to then accelerate any of your other yogic integrative practices? Short, spoiler alert, yes, you fucking well can. And so combining these things skillfully means you don't have to go chase the dragons as much, because you're like, I can actually stack these things skillfully. And you can also, and when you do that, you can use peak states in service of more grounded and integrated whole system development. Because most people are just experiencing psychedelics from the neck up. So they have all these wonderful experiences, they get all this information, they have all these kind of manic overloads, but they haven't brought it down into their physical self system. They're not storing it. It's kind of like imagining like if you have, like a bunch of solar panels in Arizona with one golf cart battery. Well, there's way too much sunlight going through that system, got collected through those panels. It's just going to fry the cells in the golf cart. So when people have a lot of manic overcooking in their psychedelic experiences, it is almost always, at least in part, due to the fact that they're just got a fucking hamster wheel on amphetamines above the neck. And instead of bringing it down into their bodies and integrate it into their cellular and nervous systems, and then ideally grounding that back into the earth. So now I'm a circuit. It's not just like I've just overclocked my dome piece and everything is cognitive. I've brought it into my body, and then I've connected my body back down into the ground. So now I can take infinite amounts of energy and it's passing through me versus me getting the full jolt of the charge. And then what's left, movement, sound, kata, mudras, like shapes, sounds, positions, movements, patterns, and then go build shit.